guys, today on Crafty Friday, I'm really excited because we're going to be sewing. I'm about to show you how to make this adorable Pop-Tart cell phone pouch. Bloop. I got a brand new sewing machine a couple days ago because I was really missing doing these sewing projects. I used to do juice pouches. If you guys remember, I made purses and wallets and other random things. My old sewing machine that I got in 2004 actually broke a couple years ago. That was right around the time I was doing a lot of traveling between Tulsa and Ohio, and I just didn't get around to buying a new one at that time, and I didn't want to transport it on the airplane and everything, so I just didn't sew for a while, and I really missed it. So we're gonna kind of get back to the SoCraftastic roots and do a sewing project today. I'm actually recreating an old pouch that I used to use all the time. This thing went everywhere with me. So it is in really bad shape, and it's all frayed and nasty. Even though I made this a really long time ago, I never put a tutorial up for it on my channel, so that's what I'm doing today, of course. You can use this pouch to hold your cell phone or a small camera, anything that you want really. You could put ID and credit cards in here if you want, and money, but I will warn you that if you're using felt, like this here, it does get pilly and kind of nasty after you use it a lot after you use it a while. I don't know what sentence I was going for there. So you could use a different type of fabric to make this, but the reason I'm using felt is because it's really easy to work with and it doesn't fray, which is really good for beginner sewers especially, even though I am using this cotton inside. I also made this little Tamagotchi dino a while ago as well, and I used to use this for my camera and this for my phone. We're gonna get into the tutorial in just a second. Please remember to click like and subscribe if you enjoy this video once you're done watching, and let me know in the comment section below if you want to see more little sewing tutorials like plushies or pillows or purses, anything that you want. And now let's get into the Pop-Tart pouch. To begin, you're going to need some fabric. I'm using felt and this thin cotton with hearts. Lay your phone down and make sure that there's about 1.5 centimeters of extra felt all the way around. Cut this out along the chalk lines and make another piece that's exactly the same. Once you have the 2 felt pieces for the outside, cut 2 pieces from your thinner fabric that are slightly larger. These will be used for the inside of the pouch. Now choose a color of felt for the frosting. I'm using light pink to recreate my old worn out case here. The poor thing has been through a lot. Anyway, make it look more like frosting by cutting waves or curves around the edges. Also be sure this blobby shape is the same width and height as your phone or slightly smaller. Trim the pieces to make adjustments as needed. Now grab some thread or embroidery floss that matches your frosting. Thread a needle and begin to sew this on one of the base pieces. I think this is called an overstitch or an overcast stitch. I'm not really sure. I did look it up on Google Images and it was kind of unclear. There's a lot of different stitches on there, so let me know if I'm incorrect. I hand stitched around the entire thing because I like the look of it that way, but if you want to save some time, you could use a sewing machine or fabric glue here. Make sure it's really secure in the back before cutting off the excess threads. Tie a few knots and then you can add sprinkles. For the sprinkles, I put 3 strands of thread through the needle and doubled them over to make the stitches look wide like this. Grab your inside fabric and some bobby pins. I actually learned this trick from one of Crafty Amy's videos here on YouTube. I prefer these over straight pins since they are a lot easier to move and reposition. Once the fabrics are pinned together, cut a square from all 4 corners. Then fold each edge underneath the felt like so. This will eliminate fraying and raw edges. Repeat the process with these other pieces of fabric here. Be sure the pattern is facing out like this. Create a straight stitch along the edge that you want to be the top of your Pop-Tart. If you don't have a sewing machine, you could hand stitch, or I'm going to say this with a lot of hesitation, you could use fabric glue, but that will not hold up as well, just letting you know. Be sure to backstitch at the beginning and the very end of each edge you sew. Backstitching acts as a knot so your threads don't come out of your project. Once you have straight stitched the top short edge of both of these pieces, join them together, felt sides facing with bobby pins. Sew about 1/2 centimeter away from the edge each time. Also, only sew the bottom and the 2 long sides together because you want the top to have an opening, of course. Once that's done, carefully flip the entire thing inside out. I haven't seen that movie yet, it reminded me of the movie. Anyway, now cut a piece of felt for a flap and a pattern piece that's a bit larger. Cut off the 2 corners and a few triangles along the curve. This way you can fold the fabric underneath the felt like we did earlier and pin it together. Then you're going to straight stitch around the entire thing, and you probably did notice, but I move the bobby pins out of the way when I do this because you don't want to sew over them. Join the flap to the front of the pouch. I did this by hand. Finally, once it's joined, create a buttonhole and attach a button so it can close. I kind of stole the heart button from my old pouch because I thought it was really cute. it an adorable Pop-Tart cell phone pouch. If you make one, be sure to show me a photo on Instagram or Crafty Amino by using the hashtag SoCraftastic in your caption. Thank you guys so much for watching. I literally just thought of that awful pun, and I'm sorry that I said it now, but I can't take it back, so let's just get on with the outro. Oh my gosh. So I do saying so many sewing times. If you compare my old one to my new one, you know, the frilly nastiness aside, pretend they're both brand new looking, I did improve upon my technique quite a bit just because I don't have the phrase on this one. On here, I don't have the clean edges, and I just, you know, I did a little bit better of job lining the buttonhole with the thread, and I just like the look of this one a lot better. It's a lot bigger too because it has to fit the iPhone 6 instead of whatever weird flip phone I had for this guy. Basically, I'm saying I still have room for improvement, so if you guys have any sewing tips and tricks, I would not be offended. They would be actually greatly appreciated. So let me know anything that I could do differently or better, or any tips for future sewing projects that you have, because I have a lot to learn and I'm definitely a sewing beginner even though I've been doing it for years. That's how I feel anyway. I mean, I can make some things, but not like super amazing things, I guess. All my links to social media are in the description box below, to Crafty Amino, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, and Twitter. I'll actually see you back on my channel on Sunday for a fall collab that I'm doing with some awesome girls. You'll have to wait and see who they are. But I'm doing some pumpkin spice donuts, which are going to be super delicious. They're actually a recipe that I did from scratch instead of just like pouring cake batter in a donut pan. And also next Friday, I'm doing a soap tutorial. We're bringing back the soap here on SoCraftastic. Alright, I am going to let you guys go, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. I'll see you soon. Bye! By the way, there's pineapple on my shirt. Leo! No! No, don't eat it! Don't eat it! Stop! You broke it. No! Leo, bad boy.